When is co-parenting crossing the line?
Mm-hmm.
Late night texts, all night calls,
Mm-hmm.
asking you to come over and do things at the house for the kids in their house. Just obsessive uh spending time and trying to pull energy from your current situation. When do you feel that's crossing the line, or maybe coming to check the other spouse about something he's or she have said to the kids? When is it crossing the line? When is enough enough?
Enough is enough
Mm-hmm.
when you see a pattern.
Mm-hmm.
When you see a pattern in that other parent where it's texting all the time, wanting to come over and doing all that stuff. When the pattern is there, then that's when it's too much.
Welcome to the pressure cooker.
Um, a lot of time people have motives.
Mm-hmm.
The other parent have motives because maybe there's some feelings still lingering, some regret that's still, that set in,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't know how to push past it. Because although you may have left that person or that person may have left you, sometimes people don't want to lose,
Mm-hmm.
loss.
Mm-hmm.
They can be winning, they just don't want to lose. They can
Mm-hmm.
have a whole nother person be head over heels in love, but they just don't want to lose that other person.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want them, they just don't want to lose them.
Well, I think sometimes, especially when we're dealing with women, um, having that variety of support.
Mm-hmm.
Like I say, support is big for women, whether it be
Mm-hmm.
financially, emotionally, spiritually. Though support is nothing like feeling like you're covered in all
Mm-hmm.
aspects. And just because you move on with another guy or marry another guy doesn't mean he can cover you in certain areas of your life that the old guy do. And sometimes they linger for what they had in the past, meaning I may have moved on with him, but he's not the financial provider that my ex-husband was.
Mm-hmm.
He's not the person that if I come to with a problem, he can solve it like my ex-husband. He's not social like my ex-husband. My ex-husband I could learn from him. He was knowledgeable. He could teach me things. Now, he might be good in bed. He might be the best lover I ever had. But the things that I need beyond that, I'm discovering he don't provide me with those things. So then you're starting to weigh the odds out. You're starting to say, man, did I give up? Like that
Mm-hmm.
old saying, did I give up 80% for 20%? And a lot of times that's what we find ourselves doing, especially when we are the cause of the marriage
So
failing.
so if that woman has that, let's just say
Mm-hmm,
your husband has children with his ex,
mm-hmm.
do you think it's a good enough excuse for, because the woman has his children, it's a good enough excuse for him to fix some of the problems she may have?
No, it's not, because it's that's when you're interfering in her marriage because
Let's
you
just say a
made a
car broke
decision.
down.
You shouldn't fix anything. You made a decision to move on and
Hold,
marry somebody else.
what about if she driving home and she on the side of the interstate in a car, a flat tire? You think it's okay for him to get out, her to call him and him to get up and go fix the flat with the woman and his kids in the car?
Of course,
Okay,
because his
so
kids are
so that's
there.
good enough.
His kids
Okay,
are there.
so what would you say? What kind of problem do you say that she would have that would be disrespectful if he was to take it upon himself to help her solve that problem? I
Light
mean,
bill, phone bill, water
okay,
bill,
paying bills.
paying bills.
Mm-hmm.
Grocery is different because his kids have to eat. So if the kids don't have food, she can't provide food. I don't care if she do have a man there, he should help provide food for his kids.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think emotional support. If she just want to linger on the phone and talk about what's going on with her day or some of the personal difficulties she's having or the struggle she had. I think those things need to be said
What
to your
if
husband.
what if the ex is texting your husband and she leads off with "How was your day?" Is that appropriate? or good morning? Is that appropriate? Or should she just only just say what she need to say and that be it?
Oh, good morning. It's okay. I
Good
mean,
morning is
it's
okay.
listen. It all depends on how you look at it.
Hmm.
Some people think saying "How was your day" is personable. Sometimes it's just a greeting. I don't think you should just up and start
What if
talking
he
to anybody
what if
without a
say my day
greeting.
wasn't that good? Well, what happened?
Then they start getting into a more in-depth
Mm-hmm.
conversation. So now you're pulling for her from her. You said something to strike an emotion in her to make her answer you and support you. And
Mm-hmm.
that's when it, my dad's fine. What do you need? That's
Mm-hmm.
how it should be, more that direct to the point. So it's
Mm-hmm.
how you respond to how was your day.
Mm-hmm.
My day was fine. What you need? Is something wrong with the kids? you
Mm-hmm.
know that then keeps it direct, and you would think the
What if
person
my
on the
day
other
wasn't
end.
fine?
Well, I wouldn't even address that with her. I would just say, I'm doing good. What do you need? That's
Mm-hmm.
how. It's not for her. I don't think you should go into the details of your day
Mm-hmm.
with your ex. Your details of your day should be reserved for your wife when you get home to talk to her. So if
Mm-hmm.
you've already explained to one woman how your day was, when you get home and your wife asks you the same question, your mind may go to, look, I'm tired. So it could strike up an attitude in you because
Mm-hmm.
you've already talked about your day with your ex. And so
Mm-hmm.
now you're bringing that energy home
Mm-hmm.
to your wife, and you shouldn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I think certain things should be kept separately. Like you should go to your husband, and don't get mad if you chose a husband that can't meet those needs.
Mm-hmm.
Your husband should be able to meet your needs emotionally, financially, spiritually, and socially. And protecting you. He should be able to give you all of those things. You should feel safe knowing that you chose somebody that can
Hey,
provide you with all those
hey,
things.
I'll be honest with you. Some people, you know what? Some women feel like they can't even tell their husband
Correct.
anything.
Exactly.
It's not because they're gonna get mad. I don't want to tell you because every time I tell you something, you're gonna tell your mama.
That could be that.
Every
Or he
time.
can't fix nothing. So why would I tell you when you can't solve the problem? So that
Damn.
that agitates you, because everything you go to him, he looking with the dove face, like, what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, I mean
I
some.
can't do nothing about it.
Yeah.
Because some men think because they're not good with cars, or they're not good with repairing things around the house, that alleviates them from the responsibility, and they leave it to the woman to fix it out, to figure it out, whatever. But whatever you're not good with, you need to have somebody you can call. I'm not saying you need to be the maintenance man, but at least have a maintenance man on call.
Some guys, I'll be honest with you, and we try to act like that this is not the case. A
Hmm.
lot of time, some dudes are not good with fixing nothing.
Hmm.
What the only thing they're good at is bullshit.
Hmm.
To be honest with you, I see it all the time.
Hmm.
I see it all the time. Some women won't go to their husband because they're afraid that their husband is gonna make shit worse than it already is.
Hmm.
You know, they just not problem solver. All guys don't solve problems.
Hmm.
All guys ain't problem solver.
Hmm.
Some guys act like women and they'll just like, I'm not gonna say they're gonna ball up in the bed and start crying, but they'll go start just doing nothing, maybe drinking, maybe sitting around and not trying to fix the problem. It's just I'll ignore the problem and hopefully things will just work itself out, or I'll just wait on my wife to give me suggestions and point me in the direction that I should be going.
Well, at the end of the day, you chose that man. So there was some value you found in him when you chose him, because at one time he was everything you need. He was peaches and creams. He was all that. He was better than the ex. So you chose that, then you need to live with it. Regardless to who it is, the man or the woman, if you choose that, that's what you need to live with. Because think about it. There are some men who get with women, they don't cook, they don't clean, they don't do nothing around the house except look pretty, and they lay on their back. Now, you chose that. So don't get mad that you're missing your ex-wife cooking. You're missing that how clean she kept the house. You're missing that she laid your clothes out for you, turned your bed back for you. That ain't her fault.
I
That's your
mean, I,
fault.
I mean, listen, and I'm glad you said that.
Hmm.
We always say what men want: woman to cook, a woman to clean.
Hmm.
But let's be honest. A lot of these guys, especially in this generation,
Mhm.
their mother didn't cook and the house was dirty. So it's not a thing for you to get with a woman that's just a nasty ass woman and she don't know how to cook. It's normal. Think about it. It's normal. If your mama don't cook and she ain't never really kept the house clean, clothes ain't really was never washed, you don't care about no woman coming. You go if she got a dirty ass house and ain't no food up in there, it's a half a piece of chicken in a Popeye box. You just gonna fit right in because that's your style. That's all you know. Matter of fact, you ain't gonna even get with a lot of these dudes ain't even get with a woman that keep her house clean and cause they gonna feel like, damn, I can't just throw my shit on the floor like I'm accustomed to doing. They really is. So we make a lot of, we always talk about how we want women to cook and clean. But if your ass ain't never been cooked, your mama ain't cooked for you and she ain't clean, that's all you know. You gonna work, your ass gonna wake up in the morning and put them same blue jeans on with that jelly stain in them.
Now leave it. You got as you know that's another side to that because sometimes you grow up and you want the opposite of what you grew up with.
You right.
Okay.
You right. I'm not gonna
some
say
of those men gonna want something different because they had to live in that mess all them years. So a clean woman might be what they're looking for.
Kevin and Caprice. Let's talk relationships.